All right, Terreon, your turn. The pride of East St. Louis. You've been all around the country. You made stops in New York and Atlanta. You're originally from Texas, are you?
No, from East St. Louis.
Oh, well, I mean, growing up and you went to school in
I went to college at the University of Houston.
You married a PhD.
Yeah.
Smart man.
She keep you in line?
Of course.
All right, so what's the road been like from East St. Louis through all these other parts of the country
It's been
to the
great.
point where you hooked up at first?
It's been great. Started in East St. Louis in high school under the direction of Ron Carter, who's a great saxophone, great educator in the country, so he got me started on the right track. Then I went to the University of Houston under Marvin Sparks, who introduced me to like the whole wide world of like drums and percussion, like the other, things that were out there when it comes to percussion. So, and also in Houston, they had a lot of great. They started giving private lessons in like elementary school to kids, so there was a lot of great musicians in Houston when I arrived. So a lot of the cats that are on the scene today doing a lot of great things. We were all in Houston at the same time, so that was good, good education, good learning, and good experience to be around those guys. But I always knew I wanted to get to New York, and so all I did was listen to like the cats, these cats all the time, So I knew what I wanted to do, but that particular thing wasn't happening in Houston. Then after Houston, I made it to Atlanta because my future wife was from there, so we went there for a couple of years. And thought I was gonna do hip hop. Because Atlanta was like the big hip hop scene, so but I ended up doing a lot of straight ahead when I was there. Then made the trek to New York, so that was like the circle or whatever.
Now you have played with a lot of people. I mean, the range is pretty wide. I mean, Abby Lincoln's Burning Spear. That's quite a range.
Yeah, it's wide range.
So what do you bring from the jazz world to those other genres, or vice versa?
I think mainly from jazz world is the sensibility, to listen and like all music I think is great, but what makes it authentic is like everybody listening and like playing in that moment, making it right for what the situation is. So when I started listening to music and trying to learn different styles and genres, my focus was always to be as authentic as possible and like really study the music and know what makes it authentic, sound, feel, time, all those different things. So that's really been my focus in playing the drums and playing music.
Do you find any time to go back to the old neighborhood and mentor and kind of teach?
Not necessarily mentor. Usually when I go back home, it's just family, for a couple of weeks or whenever I get a chance to go back. But I do go to a lot of different schools when we go around and travel. We do concerts where we go into the city and do, clinics at elementary schools or high schools or whatever. And I remember vividly went and coming at least 3 years in a row to our school and got a chance to meet those guys and go to hear them play. So that was like a big, big thing for us, being in the middle of like the inner city ghetto, and you have this jazz guy to come in. That was made a big impact, So I'm glad to have the opportunity to do the same and hopefully have impact on some other people.
So where do you find the most satisfaction in terms of creativity? Is it, I would imagine something like jazz where there's improvisation is part of it all. Is that it?
Oh, definitely. This is the ultimate, but I really enjoy playing all types of music. But to me, jazz is the ultimate because you can combine all types of sensibilities and feelings of church and Okinawan music. He wrote this big thing, and it was a beautiful thing. I told him we recorded this thing where he arranged like orchestra with traditional Okinawan music, and you only get to do that with jazz. You won't have a country person doing something like that, So like I really like jazz because it goes all type of directions.